Does Juminhan is gay? What's your weirdest experience with public transportation or strangers in general? A few weeks back was when I was on the subway going to Finch Station, and then this older white lady, she came up to me and she's like, "Are you North Korean? Cause you look very weird for an Asian." And then in my head I'm just like, what? You know what, let me just humor her. Yeah, I'm North Korean. Your English is getting so much better. Good luck in Canada. So after that I was like, thank you, and then, you know, she walked away. And Toronto, yeah! Apparently I'm North Korean now, so. How do you not care what others think? Okay, so I have two quotes for you. The first one is, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still gonna be someone out there that hates peaches. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So yeah. Yeah, I hope that helped. Favorite Mystic Messenger route? 7, duh! Height? I am 5'1" or 155 centimeters short. What do you do when you have friendship problems? Well, this one hits pretty close to home because I actually used to have a lot of friendship problems in the past. They would just, you know, take advantage of me, and then I wouldn't know how to fight back or say no, and then, you know, when they're done being my friend, they would just stop talking to me. I've pretty much just dealt with it by trying to understand the situation, like, was it my fault, was it theirs, was it like a problem in communication, and what I can do to fix it. And, you know, depending on the problem and the friend, it may or may not be fixable. I had a recent issue with a friend, and that was not repairable, and despite me, you know, apologizing and talking it through to her, I just really wanted to show her that, like, I was sincerely sorry and that I really wanted to make up for it, because I didn't know that I said something that really hurt her. So in the end, we couldn't fix the issue because she didn't want to continue the friendship, and, you know, I wasn't going to force my friendship onto her. But if you guys are having friendship issues, then I guess I would just say, you know, try to talk it out with them, put everything on the table, try to resolve the issue, and just really repair what has been damaged, and hopefully, you know, you guys can start again and become friends. And you know what, if it doesn't work out, just remember that you tried, and, you know, that's enough. So yeah, and I just hope you guys have better luck than me. Age? Okay, so I know you guys always ask me about my age, but the truth is I'm actually really insecure about my age, because back in high school I was actually working at a dental office, and yes, that is pretty young, but it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not credible or I'm not knowledgeable on being a dental assistant. And that's how most patients felt towards me, and they would always just be like, give me someone who actually knows what they're talking about, and that really hurt me. And to this day I'm really insecure about revealing my age and stuff like that, because I don't want to be not credible because of my age. But I guess best thing I can tell you is I am not in my mid or late 20s, and I'm a lot younger than that. And do not believe what that website, like celebrity birthdays or famous birthdays, whatever, they said that, like, I'm born in like the year 2000, which I'm not. But yeah, that's the best explanation I can give you about my age. What is your favorite thing about being on YouTube? My favorite thing about being on YouTube is being able to help you guys feel better about yourself. Even if it's just one person, it makes me really happy that I can make someone out there feel better about themselves, because I used to deal with a lot of things on my own, and then I always felt like I was alone in everything. And I'm just hoping that through my videos you guys don't feel like you're going through things alone, because, you know, it's okay, I'm here. I don't always have, you know, the answer or the solution to everything, but I hope that I make you guys feel better. So yeah, and I'm glad I can do that through YouTube. What are you most nervous about when finally meeting your boyfriend's parents? So I would say the thing that I'm most nervous about is just, you know, communicating with them, because we don't speak the same language, and also what they think about my YouTube career. And despite those two things, the communication and my YouTube career, if, you know, they will still accept me and be okay with it. So yeah, that's what I'm most nervous about, but I'm sure it should be fine. What do you do when you're trying to fix things with a friend and they don't give you a chance to explain or apologize? So this goes back to my previous story about the falling out with a friend. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's private, but long story short, basically, I didn't know that I did something that hurt my friend, and then she didn't tell me, and by the time that she did, she didn't want to be my friend anymore. And despite me apologizing and, you know, explaining it to her and trying to make it up to her, she just didn't want to continue on with the friendship. And you know, I just really wanted to apologize for, you know, what I did, even though like I didn't know that I did something that hurt her. I would say the main issue was lack of communication, and I guess she just thought that I would have realized that I did something to upset her, but the issue is I didn't know, and I didn't realize that she was upset, because you can't tell, you can't read someone's mind, you clearly can't tell what someone is feeling through a phone screen. And yeah, it's just, you know what, if I knew, I would have never ever let her feelings continue to fester and, you know, feel horrible about it to the point that she didn't want to be my friend anymore. So by the time that she did tell me, I apologized and I did everything I could to make it up to her, and she actually did tell me that she wanted to be friends and that she forgave me, but then suddenly she just started ignoring me, and I didn't know what to do at that point because, you know, I thought we made up. At the end of the day, I still feel pretty horrible, you know, that I didn't realize that, you know, she was so hurt. And I would apologize 1,000 times over and over again because, you know, this person meant a lot to me. But, you know, I did my part, and, you know, I just took her ignoring me as the end of our friendship. So, yep. What I would have liked to done is, you know, maybe send an email and apologize and explain things. Or even like the best case scenario would just be talk to her in person and really just understand her feelings. However, if at this point your friend is not willing to, I think you should just leave it. You know, give her time, let her heal, and if she wishes to reinstate the friendship with you, then she can reach out to you. I'm always open for my friend to talk to me again, whenever that is. I just really hope that she's doing well. And so if your friend is not giving you a chance to explain or apologize, the best thing to do is just to, you know, let them heal on their own. You know, maybe send them a message that, you know, that you're really sorry, you know, apologize, state that you still want to be friends. And if you did something that hurt them, then, you know, try to change that so it doesn't happen again. And yeah, it's just if they're not willing to communicate with you, maybe request to, you know, talk to them in person, assuming that this is like through a screen. Or just have them explain to you like what you did wrong. And if all else fails, just leave it. You've already done your part. You've done everything that you can. What's your ethnicity? North Korean. But okay, so this actually stems back to the dental office, which is another thing that I'm insecure about, which is my ethnic background. And you know, they would be like, oh, because you're from this country, you know, you act like this and this, and you know, they would just be like saying all these things, obviously being racist and stereotypical towards me because of what my background was. And I just, ever since then, I just felt really insecure about it. But yeah, I think, okay, so the thing I can tell you guys is that I am a mix. I am of two different ethnicities joined into one. So have fun guessing. I'll probably reveal it later down the road when I'm not insecure about it. What happened in Japan? It's kind of hard to talk about because it stems back to the friend problem. But there were a lot of reasons that I wanted to go to Japan and live there. I loved it so much the first time that I went that I just, you know, I wanted to open a new chapter in my life, explore another side of the world, and log my time there and share with you guys. But one of the main reasons I was moving to Japan that I didn't mention, and the reason I moved so suddenly, was because I was trying to apologize and resolve things in person with that friend. And despite me trying to see and talk to her, you know, she would just ignore me, she wouldn't see me. I was left pretty hurt knowing that I couldn't fix the friendship. So I wanted to continue this new chapter in my life and, you know, continue my life in Japan and share it with you guys. but suddenly some bad news came back in Canada and then I had to return home. My mom wasn't feeling too well, her health was declining, and I just decided, you know what, I need to pack up my bags, go back home and make sure my mom's okay. So yeah, and I also ended up moving in with her, so that's why the whole background's different now. I don't think it was a waste at all. I just didn't want to regret not doing something or trying for someone that I cared about. And you know what? I would always fly halfway across the world to make sure someone that meant a lot to me was okay. Tattoos? I do not have any tattoos, but if I had to get a tattoo, it would be a ribcage tattoo because I've always wanted one, but I just feel like I don't have the body for it, so I probably will never get one. What do you use to edit your videos? I used to use Sony Vegas, and then last year I switched to Final Cut Pro. But let me just put that out there. I hate Apple and everything, but I love Final Cut Pro enough that I would buy this underpowered, overpriced piece of shit. So that is it for my Twitter Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want your questions to be featured in the next Twitter Q&A, then follow me on Twitter. I mean, I still answer you anyways, regardless if it's like a Twitter Q&A or not. You can just tweet me because I'm pretty active on Twitter. But yeah, please follow me also on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I am trying to be more active on there, so yeah. Cheer on Dirt Mama because I am so unmotivated to do stuff now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. Bye.